here bigeneth the Chanoun's yemen his tale. Prima pars. 720 With this Chanoun I dwelt have 7 year, and of his science am I never the near. All that I had, I have why lost thereby, 170, and God what, so hath many a mo than I there I was wont to be right fresh and gay 725 of clothing and of other good array, now may I were in hose upon myn heat, and where my colour was both of fresh and reed, now is it wan and of a leaden hue, whoso it useth, sir shall he rue. 730 And of my swink yet bleared is myn ye, lo. Which advantage is to multiply. That sliding science hath me mad so bare, 180, that I have no good, where that ever I fare, and yet I am indebted so thereby 735 of gold that I have bored, truly, that whyl I live, I shall it quite never. Lat every man be war by me forever. What manner man that casteth him thereto, if he continue, I hold his thrift why do. 740 So help me God, thereby shall he not win, but empt his purse, and make his wits thin. And wani, third his mans in foley, 190, hath lost his owing good third uparti, 533, T16212, 16246. Then he exciteth other folk thereto, 745 to lace here good as he himself hath do. For unto shrews Io it is an essay to have here flaws in pain and disease, thus was I once learned of a clerk. Of that no charge, I will speak of our work. 728, omits a 740. PT lane HL. For so, but CP omits 4. 751 We been there as we shall exercise our elvish craft, we seemen wonder wise, our terms been so clergial and so quaint. 200 I blow the FYR till that myn hurt faint. What shall I tell len egg proportion 755 of things wish that we worch upon, as on 5 or 6 ounces, may wel be, of silver or some other quantite, and bicey me to tell y'all the names of orpiment, brent bones, uren squams, 760 that into poudre grounden been full small? And in an earthen pot how put as al, and salt why put in, and also paper, 210, by for nice poudres that I speak of here, and wely covered with a lampy of glass, 765 and much other thing which that there was? And of the pot and glasses and looting, that of the air might pass out nothing? And of the SAEFYR and smart also, which that was mad, and of the care and was 770 that we had in our matires subliming, and in amalgaming and calcining of quicksilver, wyclept mercury crude? 220, for Ali our slights we can not conclude. Our orpiment in sublimed mercury, 775 our ground and liturgique on the porphyry, avec of thys of ounces asserting not helpeth us, our labor is in vain. Naik our spirit's ascension, 534, T16247, 16281. Now our modders that Lionel fixa down, 780 mowen our working nothing us avail. For lost is all our labor and travail, and all the cost, a 20 devil way, 230, is lost also, which we upon it lay. 761, omits how. 762, ECM, paper, lane papera, lich. Papire, CPPTHL pauper. Turwood reads pepera. 764, the Mrs. have lampy, lamp. 767, lich. PT air, lane air, air, CM air, CPHL air. 775, in, CM, NC, rest on. 776, and, rest of. 782, ECM-A, lane in, rest on. 782, 3. CM-PT laneway, lay, restway, lay. There is also full many another thing 785 that is unto our craft appertaining, though I by order hem not rehearse can, because that I am a lewd man, yet will I tell hem as they come to mend, though I any can not set hem and here kind. 790 is bull armoniac, verdigris, boris, and sundry vessels mad of earthen glass, our urinals and our dissensories, 240, veils, crosslets, and sublimatories, cucurbits, and alembics eke, 795 and other switch, dear wine of a leak. Nat ne death it for to rehearse hemala, wateries rubifine, and bulls gal, arsenic, sal armoniac, and brimstone, and herbs coude I telik many oun, 800 is egremoin, valerian, and lunary, and others which, if that neelis tarry. Our lampis brenning boda night and day, 250, to bringe about our craft, if that we may. Our 40 zik of calcination, 805 and of wateries albification, unslike limb, chalk, and glare of an ey, pudres diverse, ashes, dawn, piss, and clay, seared pockets, salpeter, vitriol, and divers fires mad of wood and coal, 810 sal tartrate, alkali, and sal preparate, and combust motters and coagulate, clay mad with a romance here, and oil, 260, of tartrate, alum, glass, berm, wort, and argoil, 535. T16282, 16317. Resalgar, and our motters imbibing, 815 and eke of our motters incorporing, and of our silver citronation, our cementing and fermentation, our ingots, testes, and many mo. 790, E. vertigris, li cm cphl vertigers, pt vertigris. 792, E. li hl vrinals, cm vrinalis, cppt vrinalis. 803, E. purpose if, rest craft if that. 806, the Mrs. all retainen. 808, miswritten pots in E, hl pockets. 812, E, and, rest or. 813, accent alum on the U, 817. E, and of our, rest omit and of. I will yow tell, as was me taught also, 820 the four spirits and the bodies sevene, by order, as oft I heard my lord Hemnaveen. The first spirit quicksilver called is, 270, the second orpiment, the thrid, wywis, sal armoniac, and the firth brimstone. 825 the bodies sevene eke, lo. Hem here noon, sol gold is, and Luna silver we threep, Mars uren, Mercury quicksilver we cleep, Saturnus lead, and Jupiter is tin, and Venus copper, by my faderkin. 820, E. suine, rest for. 830 this cursed craft whoso will exercise, he shall no good hond that him may suffice, for all the good he spendeth thurabut. 280, he lace shall, thurv have I no dut. Whoso that listeth outen his folly, 835 let him come forth, and learn multiply, and every man that ode hath in his coffer, let him appear, and wex a philosopher. Askance that craft is so light to lear? Nay, God woot, albe he monk or frere, 840 priest or chanoun, or any other white, though he sit at his book both day and night, in learning of this elvish nice lore, 290, L is in vain, and pard, much more. To learn a lewd man this subtlety, 845 fy. Spec net thereof, for it will not be, al con he letterer, or con he noon, as in effect, he shall find it aloun. For Boda 2, by my salvation, concludin, in multiplication, 536, T16318, 16352. 850 y like wel, one they han ly do, this is to saying, they fail in Boda 2. 834, E omits so. 836, E, ode hath, rest hath oat, ought. 838, ECM hl ascons, lane askance, rest askance. 846, ECM. And, rest al. Yet forget I to make and rehearsal, 300, of wateries corrosive and of limmel, and of bodies mollification, 855 and also of hair induration, oils, ablutions, and metal fusible, to tell len el wolde passen any Bible that o where is, werfer, as for the best, of all these names now will I me rest. 864, as I trow, I have yet told wine out arise a fiend, I'll loke he never so row. 860, 861. E pthl now, row, lee inoak, rock, cm. Inog, rock, cp enough, rough. A. Nay. Latby, the philosopher's stun, 310, elixir clept, we sechen fast ekun, for had we him, then were we sicker why now. 865 But, unto God of heaven I make a vow, for al our craft, one we han ly do, and al our slight, he will not come us to. He hath mat us spend in mochel good, for sore way of which almost we wexen would, 870 But that good hope crepeth in our hurt, supposing ever, though we sore smirt, to be releved by him afterward, 320, switch supposing in hope is sharp and hard, I warn yow wel, it is to seek in ever, 875 that future temps hath mad men to dissever, in trust thereof, from all that ever they had. Yet of that art they can nat wex and sata, for unto hem it is a bitter sweet, so semeth it, for nad they but a shed a 880 which that they might wrap hem in a night, and a bought to walken in by daylight, they wold a hem sell and spend in on this craft, 330, they can nat stint till nothing be laughed. And evermore, where that ever they goon, 537, T 16353, 16387. 885 men may hem know by smell of brimstone, for all the world, they stinken as a goot, her savour is so ramish and so hoot, that, though a man from hem a mile be, the savour will infect him, trusteth me, 890 low, thus by smelling and threadbare array, if that men least, this folk they know may. And if a man will ask hem pridely, 340, why they been clothed so unthriftily, they right anon will rounen in his air, 895 and saying, that if that they espied were, men wold a hem slee, because of here science, lo, thus this folk by tray and innocence. 864, we, 2, it. 867, with, rest and. 868, cm. I mad versus, hl. I made versus, mad versus, rest versus made. 871, omits your. 875, cm to rest omit. 880, in it, rest in a, 881. Brat, rest bach. 882, leave the, rest this. 888, a mile from hem, rest from hem a mile. 889, trust, rest trusteth. 890, and, rest low. Smell, rest smelling. Passe over this, I go my tale unto. Ere than the pot be on the fyry do, 900 of metals with a certy and quantite, my lord hem tempereth, and no man but he now he is goon, I dar saying boldly, 350, for, as men saying, he can don craftily, algate I will wl he hath switch a name, 905 and yet full oft he renneth in a blame, and white ye how? Full oft it happeth so, the pot to breaketh, and farewell. Al is go. Thy's metals been of so great violence, our walls maun make hem resistance, 910 but if they wear in rod of limon stun, they person so, and third the wall they goon, and some of hem sin ken into the ground, 360, thus han we lost by times many a pound, and some are scattered el the florabut, 915 some leppy into the roof, withouten dut, but that the fiend not in our sight him should, I trow he with a spee, that ilk shrew. In hella where that he is lord and sire, nis there more what, any more rancor any ire. 538, T 16388, 16423. 921 that our pot is broke, as I have said, every man chit, and halt him Ivel a paid. 899, lane lich. That, rest then. 902, dar, lane dare. 905, oft. 912, cm sink, rest sinken. 915, lept, rest leppy, leppen. 918, lord is, rest is lord. 919, so cm, rest nis the no more what any anger any ire. Some said, it was long on the fyr making, 370, some said, nay. It was on the blowing, then was I feared, for that was myn office, 925 straw, quat the thrid, ye been lewden nice, it was nat temperate as it out be. Nig quat the firth, stint, and hurt me, because our fyrne was nat mad of beach, that is the cause, and other noon, so theach. 930 I can nat tell whereon it was long, but wli what greetis ryf is us among. 922, cm along, rest long. 927, for the, cl 824. 930, cm hl long, rest along, cl 922. 931, versus is, rest is versus. What, quot my lord, there is na more to done, 380, of thy's perils I will be war eftzone, I am right sicker that the pot was craced. 935 be as be may, be ye nothing almost, as usage is, lat sweep the floor as swithe, pluck up your hurts, and beth glad and blithe. The mullican and heap why sweep was, and on the floor why cast it canevas, 940 and eldest mullican is sieve why throw, and sifted, and why piked many a throw. 938, cm. I swept, lane swept, e swept, cppthl swoped. Pardee, quad un, somewhat of our metal, 390, yet is there here, though that we han nat although this thing mishapped have as now, 945 another time it may be wly now, us most putty our good in aventure, a merchant, pard. May nat I endure, trusteth me wel, in his prosperity, sometime his good is drenched in the sea, 950 and sometime comfort soft unto the land. Peas, quot my lord, the next time I will fawn to bringe our craft al in another plight, 400, and but I do, sirs, lat me han the white, that was defaught in somewhat, I woot. 951, east shul, rest wool, will, wheel. 952, bringen, rest bringe. 953, omit sirs. 955 another said, the FYR was over hoot, 539, T16424, 16454. But, be it hoot or cold, I dar say ye this, that we concluden evermore amos. We fail of that which that we wolden have, and in our madness evermore we rave. 960 and 1 we been togadres every tune, every man semeth a Salomon. But all thing which that shineth as the gold, for 10, and as nat gold, as that I have heard it told, and every appel that is fair at ye 965 and is nat good, whatso men clap or cry. Right so, lo. Fareth it amongst us, he that semeth the wisest, by Jesus. Is most fool, one it cometh to the prief, and he that semeth truest is a thief, 970 that surely ye know, that I fro ya wendy, by that I have my tale of mad and endy. Explicit prima pars. Et sequitur pars secunda. 956, and, rest but. 962, uary, rest al, ale. Cm, schanyth, lane skyneth, hl shineth, saineth, cp semeth. 963, cppt laneit, cm, hl omitted. 964, e2, rest at. 965, nis, rest ne is. 966, omits low. 967, cm wisest, rest wisest. 972, was, rest is. CFL 987. There is a chanoun of religion, 420, amongst us, wolde infect alatune, though it is Greek words was Nineveh, 975 Rome, Alessandra, Troy, and other 3. His slights and his infinite falseness there could no man right en, as I guess, thought that he might liven 1,000 year. In all this world of falsheed nis his peer, 980 for in his terms so he wolde him wind, and speak his words in so sly a kind, one he communal with any white, for 30, that he will make him doten and on right, but it a fiend be, as himselven is. 985 full many a man hath he biggleder this, and wool, if that he live may a while, 540, T16455, 16488. And yet men ride in goon full many a mile him for to seek and have his aqueen taunts, not knowing of his false governance. 990 and if y'all list to yev me audience, I will it tell Lynn here in your presence. 976, slight, hl slight, rest slights. 978, line might, rest might liuin. 979, inis, lane is, rest nis, nies. 991, cppt lane tell len, rest tell. But worshipful chanouns religious, 440, nedemeth nat that I squandre your house, although my tale of a chanoun be. 995 of every order some shrewas, pard, and God forbid that Allah company should rue a singular man's folly. To squandre yow is no thing myn on taunt, but to correctin that is mis I meant. 1000 this tale was not only told for yow, but eke for other mo, ye would wel how that, among Christ's apostles 12, for 50, there nes no traitor but Judas himself. Then why should all the remnant have blamed 1005 that guildlies were? By yow I say ye the same. Save only this, if you will hurt me, if any utas in your covent be, removeth him betimes, I yow read, if shame or loss may causen any dread. 10:10 and beth nothing displeased, I yow pray, but in this case herkneth what I shall say it. 993, eat de sclandra, rest sclandra, cl 998. 994 although that, rest omit that. 997, rest a 1002. Cm apostellus, li apostles, apostles. 1004, hl a blame, rest omit a 1008. Cm removeth, removeth. 1011, herketh. In London was a priest, an annualier, for 60, that therein dwelled had many a year, which was so pleasant and so serviceable 1015 unto the wif, whereas he was at table, that she wold as suffer him nothing for to pay for board ni clothing, when he never so gay, and spending silver had he right why now. Thereof no furs, I will proceed as now, 1020 and tell forth my tale of the Chanoun, 541, T16489, 16524. That brought this priest to confusion. 1012, omitson. 1013, had dwelled, rest dwelled had, or had. This false Chanoun came up on a day, for 70, unto this priestess chamber, where he lay, by setching him to lena him a certain 1025 of gold, and he wold it quite at him a jean. Lena me a mark, quod he, but days 3, and at my day I will it quiten thee. And if so be that thou me find fouls, another day do hang me by the halls. 1030 this priest him took a mark, and that is swithe, and this Chanoun him thanked off scythe, and took his leave, and went forth his way, for 80, and at the thrid day brought his money, and to the priest he took his gold again, 1035 whereof this priest was wonder glad and fain. Certes, quod he, nothing annoyeth me to lena a man a noble, or 2 or 3, or what thing were in my possession, when he so true is of condition, 1040 that in no wise he break will his day, to switch a man I can never say nay. What, quoth this Chanoun, should I be untrue? 490, nay, that were thing why fallen al of new. Troth is a thing that I will ever keep 1045 unto that day in which that I shall crape into my grave, and else God forbid, bilveth this as sicker as is your creed. God thank I, and in good time be it said, that there was never man yet able a paid 1050 for gold ni silver that he to me lente, na never false sheet in myn her I meant. And sir, quod he, now of my privity, 500, sin ye so goodlich han been unto me, and kite to me so great gentilesse, 1055 somewhat to quite with your kindness, I will yow show, and, if yow list to lear, 542, T16525, 16559. I will yow tech at plainly the maneer, how I can work and in philosophy. Taketh good heed, ye shall wel seen it ye, 1060 that I will do na maestrier I go. 1043, cm a thing, rest omit a, 1045. Lane. Into, rest v into. 1046, or, rest end. 1047, the, hl rest is your. 1056, if that, rest and if, or yif. 1059, cphl heed, heed. Ye, quoth the priest, ye, sir, and will ye so? Marie. Thereof I pray yow hurtly. 1061, after sir, wrongly inserts quod he. 510, at your commandment, sir, truly, quoth the Chanoun, and else God forbid. 1065 lo, how this thief could his service bead. Full sooth it is, that's which profred service stinct, as witness in thy's old wise, and that full son I will it verify in this Chanoun, wrote of all treachery, 1070 that evermore delit hath in gladness, switch fiendly thoughts in his hurt impress, how Christ's pepple he made a mischief brinch, 520, God keep us from his fouls dissimulanch. 1073, cm of false, rest fouls. Not wist this priest with whom that he dealt, 1075 ne of his harm coming day he nothing felt. O saily priest! O saily innocent! With coveties anon thou shalt be blent. O Graceleys, full blind is thy conceit, nothing in our toe war of the deceit 1080 which that this fox yshapen hath to thee. His wily wrenches thou any mayst not flee. Wherefore, to go to the conclusion, 530, that refereth to thy confusion, unhappy man. Anon I will me high 1085 to tell len thyn on wit in thy folly, and eke the falseness of that other wretch, as furforth as that my conning may streck. 1078, 1079. HNHL conceit, deceit, conceit, deceit. 1080, 4, rest to. 1085, his, cm, hey, rest thy. 1087, cm, that, which seems required, rest omit. This Chaunoun was my lord, ye Wolden Wayne? Sir host, in fife, and by the heavens queen, 1090 it was another Chaunoun, and that he, that can an hundredfold more subtilty. 543, T 16560, 16594. He hath betrayed folks many time, 540, of his falsheeted dulleth me to rhyme. Ever one that I speak of his falsheet, 1095 for shame of him my checks wex and read, Allgates, they by gin and for to glow, for readness have I noon, right WL I know, in my visage, for fumes diverse of metals, which he han heard me rehearse, 1100 consumed and wasted han my readness. Now take heed of this Chaunoun's cursedness. 1101, heed, HL heed, CM, head. Sir, quoth he to the priest, light your man gone, 550, for quicksilver, that we had anon, and let him bring an ounces 2 or 3, 1105 and 1 comp, as fast shall ye see a wonder thing, which ye saw never this. 1103, CM, had it, rested had. 1106, CM, CP say, saw. Sir, quoth the priest, it shall be dune, why wis. He bade his servant fetchen him this thing, and he already was at his bidding, 1110 and went him forth, and came anon again with this quicksilver, soothly for to sayin, and took thys ounces 3 to the Chaunoun, 560, and he hem laid fair and wel down, and bade the servant coals for to bringe, 1115 that he anon might go to his working. 1111, CM soothly, rest shortly. 1112, HL took, toke. 1113, CM, hem, rest it. The coals right anon wherein wifet, and this Chaunoun took out a crosslet of his bosom, and shoot at the priest. This instrument, quoth he, which that thou sayest, 1120 tack in thyn hand, and put thyself therein of this quicksilver an ounce, and here begin, in the name of Christ, to wex a philosopher. 570, there been full few, wish that I wold it profer to shewan hem thus mush of my science. 1125 for ye shall seen here, by experience, that this quicksilver will I mortify, 544, T 16595, 16627. Write in your sight anon, withouten lie, and make it as good silver and as foon as there is any in your purse or myn, 1130 or elsewhere, and make it malleable, and else, holdeth me fouls and unable amongst folk forever to appear. 580, I have a poudre here, that cost me dear, shall make al good, for it is cause of al 1135 my conning, which that I yow she when shall. Voideth your man, and let him be thereat, and shet the door, whyls we been aboot our privity, that no man is a spy whyls that we work at in this philosophy. 1140 al is he bad, fulfilled was indeedy, this ilk servant anon right out yetta, and his maester shut the door anon, 590, and to hear labor speedily they gone. 1118, to the rest omit to. 1120, HLCP tack, talk. 1123, to wish, CM, to wish that, rest wish that. 1127, I will not, HL withouten, CM withouten, the rest without, or without. 1128, omits it. 1135, TL, rest omit to. 1137, HLCPPT shit.